Hello YouTube. Late on VLOGANUKKAH episode 7, 2018. I had kind of a crazy day yesterday. I was out for most of the day. I was going to do my video at night. I'm going to do the exercise one tomorrow. Or, shit, it's today, but later today, hopefully. If not, I'll do a closeout and I'll try to do it later in the week. But I promise you I'm going to get that video out next, because trust me, I need to do it so that I have a regular routine that I can go to. So for today, yeah, well, I won't get you into the details of last night, but I was not able to finish up with my plans because of a situation that came up. So I'm here this morning, and I decided it might be a good idea to bring you 5 things that you might not know about me. I'm not sure if I have any new people watching my channel, or I've been around a long time. I don't expect that everybody's seen like all my videos and knows the whole story. Believe me, and there's so much. I sometimes don't even remember the whole story, right? So I'm gonna go over 5 things about me that you may or may not know, that I may or may not have covered before in the past on my channel. Alright, so thing number 1. I have an RNY now, but I did not always have an RNY. When I first had surgery, I had an MGB. I had the mini gastric bypass. And my surgeon was Dr. Rutledge, and he was the one who developed that procedure. And yeah, I know I look like hell right now. Don't even. This does not exist. It is all an illusion. Back to my MGB. He over bypassed me by almost my entire intestine. I don't know how this happened. He doesn't know how this happened, and he did it to way more than just me. So I had to have 3 years later another operation, and I was revised to an RNY. Now, so the structure of my surgery is pretty much similar. The only thing that is different is the size of the pouch, or not the size, but the shape of the pouch, because in an RNY, the pouch is made sort of like from that top triangular quadrant, sort of like of the stomach, whereas with MGB, it is made out of a tube from the top part of the stomach. So like a tube versus a pouch. So I have a tube with a rulin. So for me, slider foods are way more dangerous because they definitely don't stay in there. My stomach is like in a different place now than it was before the revision. So that's kind of weird. And what's interesting also about this is, so the person who did the surgeon who did my revision, who I went to because he's like the most expert guy and he had done it before, also did Scotty RNY's surgery, and he also did my best friend's RNY surgery this past summer. So I was like, I know you are in good hands, because this is the guy that I trusted with my life when I was really worried about it. And she knows, because she's been right alongside me the whole way, so she knows. All right, number 2. What don't y'all know about me? Well, you might know about this if you've been on my channel a hot minute. So a few years ago, I moved out here to Niagara Falls to go to school to become a food technologist, because I want to be a product developer in the food industry. Everything that I've learned and went through over the past, 3.5 years, coming back from my regain, everything that I learned about nutrition and the food system and everything else that I knew before, and my dad is a food technologist, and it seemed like and I love food, so it seemed like a really interesting place to go. I kind of needed a bit of a revamp in my career path, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm so anxious to get back to school, I can't tell you. I'm really in my element when I'm really 100% full forward involved in what I love. That's what I need in my life. So My dream job would be product development for Trader Joe's. Although most of their products are bought from other companies, but they have an amazing product range. I feel like they've always got their finger on the pulse of what's next in terms of food and food trends. I love that. I love that they're a little bit more courageous in what they'll go for. You know, yeah. I think they're a good company. Other than that, I would love to have my own company and develop stuff. Like you know, I have so many ideas. I have so many ideas. I write stuff down all the time. So I'm looking forward to the day when I can develop that into like a full-blown career. Okay, so number three, the third thing about me that you might not know, but you might know if you know me in my personal life or if you know me in my other social media, which means you probably know me in my personal life. um, I am a diver. By the way, as far as my social media, I am Carrie Satin at Facebook, CareySatin. I've said before that I don't really add people that I don't know. I don't mean to sound conceited or anything like that. It's just that like then I have all kinds of people show up on my feed that I'm like, who is this? Like, and because I have a lot of friends that I try and keep up with, um, it can be a little distracting for me. So I do sometimes, like I will, like if I've reached out to somebody and I've been in contact with somebody or if I'm helping somebody, which I do that really, really often. I feel that I owe it to the community to give back. But feel free to follow me if you want, or reach out to me if you need help. Cause yeah, that's part of what I do here. That's part of my mission here on YouTube, and the reason why I have a channel is to help other people in the community. Um, right. So the third thing that you might not know. So I am a diver, and I've been out of water for about 5 years now, which is really makes me kind of sad. I have some of my dive pictures up on the wall here downstairs in the basement. I don't know. They were stuff that just was never hung up, and I was hanging stuff up the other day, and I'm like, oh, people's old nature pictures seem like something that really belongs in a basement. So, um, but yeah, I haven't like I've got my dive master, which I won doing the scuba diver life contest. That was awesome. Um, and shout out to UDC down in Utila. They are a great place to learn how to dive and a really, really fun place to go dive and visit. I have previously worked for National Geographic, not immediately related to the diving, but it was the dive work and photography work that I did for them during my work on that contract was related to the project. We were doing a geotourism development project down in Rotan, and that was really interesting work. I was really, really involved in the community and very, very hands-on grassworks type of thing because that's what that geotourism is sort of all about. Um, yeah, I really miss it. I miss the thrill of finding that animal you've never seen before. I miss that adrenaline of going through your pictures and just finding that shot or finding something else in the shot you didn't know was there and was like, oh my God, like because that's happened to me before and that's been super cool. I once found a crab carrying a nudie break. It was the coolest thing ever. I once also found a little tiny, tiny baby cuttlefish, not cuttlefish, squid, like would probably be half the size of my pinky nail in the picture when I was taking a picture of something else. It was right beside me. It was like, it's the coolest. I missed that. I would love to go diving again soon, but we'll see. All right, number four that you might not know about me. Oh, this one's a bit of a doozy. Um, I have Asperger's. Well, I have unconfirmed Asperger's. I'm still waiting on my diagnosis. Certain things in Canada take a long time. Yes, we have public health, but certain things take a long time. And trying to have somebody else pay for psych assessments and stuff like that. That'll take a long time. If you want to pay for it yourself, you can just go and get if you've got a few grand lying around. I do not. So what does this mean? Those of you who are not familiar with it, you might know sort of like typical symptoms in a male, because that's what most people know. So sort of like the Sheldon Cooper kind of thing, or like that show on Netflix there about the kid with Asperger's or ASD. I'm not sure which one it is. Well, supposedly it's all the same now. It's all considered the same. It makes it really difficult for me to have relationships with people sometimes. So like I mask well. A lot of women mask well. We tend to be smart but dysfunctional. Hello, does that sound anything like me? A lot of women are diagnosed with other comorbids like conditions because they're just not, the tools weren't there to sort of truly assess women. A lot of it still isn't there to assess women. But I'll tell you, when I joined like the Asperger's groups on Facebook, I was like, oh my God, everybody's exactly like me. And we're all fucked up in the same way. But differently. Like, I don't know, it's funny. Some people are very similar, but we're all a little bit different. But like the quirks are astoundingly the same. I have trouble handling certain stressful anxieties. I'm very good in like emergency situations, which is funny. But I'm very high stress, high anxiety individual. And that can take a really big energy toll on you. When there's something in your environment that's working against you, it can be very taxing for somebody who has this. And I'm kind of in a situation with that, like right now. I'm trying to put my energy into other things to try to ignore the things that are sapping my energy and focus on the things that give me more energy. But it doesn't always work out well. I talked about it in a video before once briefly, but I took it down. But, so, yeah, it does. It makes it very difficult for me to have relationships. Makes it very difficult to date because eye contact is sometimes difficult. It's funny. I have eyes on my laptop computer for filming because to make me remember to look at the camera. I'll just be like looking everywhere else, and that's what I do in real life when I don't know somebody real well. If I'm comfortable with somebody, then I can look them more in the face. But like I've had some very awkward situations with people because of that. Yeah, not fun. All right, number 5. Number 5, and the last thing that you might not know about me. I wrote a book. Why you? I wrote a book for you. Where is it? It's not ready yet. I'm sorry, guys. I have trouble with organization. I don't know if you could tell that. The fact that I'm on here making my days happen right now is a good thing. I wrote a book about food and food in the body and what things do and what you need to do to have certain results, and the ways that the food system moves us towards a different way of eating that is better for them and worse for us. And it's also a recipe book. And this is the thing, at this point, I have to edit the text portion, and I have to recipe test. So I actually am looking for people for recipe testing. If you're interested in that, please reach out to me. I am in a unique situation where I go to a culinary school, so I do think that if I needed recipe testers, I could work on that through school and have everybody sign the non-disclosure, because anybody who works with me on this is going to have to sign the non-disclosure on this. And and get them tested. But I also have to find I need to develop an assessment tool for it, which shouldn't take me long. But I just it's a matter of organization and getting the task list done and sitting down and doing everything, because for a book like this it's a little bit different. I also need to find somebody to look through and basically copy edit the text portion according to the science. Somebody in nutrition maybe, or scientific nutrition background. Maybe my dad, actually. If he's got extra time that he wants to devote to that. But he's got his own books to write. You can check those out. That's Morton Satin. That's my dad. He is awesome. He's also the Salt Guru here on YouTube. And he is awesome. He's got a lot of interesting videos. I think we take a lot of inspiration from each other, me and my dad. So yeah, so I wrote a book for you guys. It's not finished yet. Help me finish it. Bug me about it. Keep on me about it. Be like, hey, where's that book? Because I need that. I need to be poked. I need to be poked. Yeah. All right, guys. VLOGANUKKAH episode 7 in the bag. A little bit late. Not too bad. A couple of hours late. All right. Have a great day.